Welcome to another video, A Walk on the Wild Side, and I am here in Blackpool, Stanley Park. Look at all this space we've got here in Blackpool. What a great space to try out this new e-bike which was sent to me by Cyrusher. It's the Cyrusher Flex, and as you can see, it's a mountain bike style e-bike. You know, actually Cyrusher were the first brand to send me an e-bike on this channel, and that was the Komoda model, which was a couple of years ago now, and that is such a really nice bike. I ride it all the time. You've probably seen me riding around on it on a few videos. Well, look at this one. This is a bit different, folks. Like I say, this is more of an off-road bike, a mountain style bike. As you can see, it's called the Flex. Now, I'm not too sure why it's called the Flex, but I think it could be to do with being very flexible. Look at the suspension. We've got full suspension. We've got a shock absorber here for the rear. Obviously, we've got suspension on the front as well to take the shock of those bumps when you're off the road. In fact, even riding on the UK roads, you're better off with suspension, aren't you, with all the potholes around. It's a UK specified 250 watt motor with two types of drive. It's actually got what they call a torque motor in here, and so we've got a torque sensor motor, and it's also got another mode as well which is called cadence, and that's a bit more like well, I'll explain that a bit later on in the video. Yeah, but it's called the Flex, probably because it's got two drive modes, and possibly because it's, as you can see, it's quite flexible as well. But it's a really nice bike. This is in white. Other colours are available. The price of this bike is £14.99. Now, if you click on the description, there will be a link for £80 off if you're interested in buying this bike. So I want to see if I can take it off-road and show you a bit of off-road areas where you can ride a bike here in Blackpool. That's what I like to do in these videos. Even if you're not particularly interested in the bike, I will show you parts of Blackpool which you might not normally see, and we'll take a ride around some of the streets as well. We're in quite a posh area here in Stanley Park, so I'm looking forward to riding this bike. I've had a little go on it already, and I have to say I really like the bike. Like I say, UK spec. It's limited to 15.5 miles an hour. It's got a battery, a 15 amp hour battery. They say that the range on this bike is up to, I think it's up to 59 miles, but I would err on the side of caution that, and I don't think that I myself, all 15-16 stone of me, would get that range out of it. So you have to take that with a pinch of salt, the range. But certainly, you know, maybe 50 miles or something like that might be fair, going off my experience on some of my other bikes. But yeah, there you go, the Cyrusher Flex 27-inch wheels, and it's also got the Shimano gears, the hydraulic brakes as well, which a lot of the e-bikes have got now. So available in different colours. I'll let you know what the other colours are. I think they've got green and they've got blue. I preferred the white and the black. So there you go, the Cyrusher Flex. Let's take a closer look. Check out the Stanley Park clock tower. I went in there the other week for the first time, and I've lived here for 56 years. Wow. But anyway, I thought we'd take a closer look at some of the features of this bike. So like I say, mountain bike, obviously. If you look at the bike, I don't think it actually looks obviously like an e-bike. The battery is obviously in here. So you've got the brand name there, Cyrusher. The battery, I'll show you the battery. It's a 15 amp hour battery, and I've got a key, and it unlocks, and there's like a twisty thing down here once you've unlocked it, and then you can take the battery out. Now, of course, you can charge the battery up on the bike, or you can just take the battery off and charge it, which might be a lot easier. It can take up to 6 hours to charge the battery if it's totally flat though, so it can take a while to charge the battery. But we'll put that back on again. It's a pretty heavy battery. This bike is not light, by the way. It is not a light bike. I think it weighs over 30 kilograms. It is not a light bike at all. But we'll just want to take a look at the control panel. Can you see the control panel here? It's actually quite small. So it's very simple, a very small control panel. This is part of the disguise, you see. And there it is there, and if you simply got your plus and minus for your power modes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes up to 5. If you're in power mode number 5, it'll take you up to 15.5 miles an hour. Any of the other modes will probably take you anywhere in between. Now here's the thing, if I press the power button 3 times quickly, there's a little symbol comes on there and it looks like a cruise control symbol. Now that means cadence mode. So that was cadence mode. Now cadence mode is a bit different to the torque mode, which is default when you turn the bike on. So what it means is it's basically like a cruise control. Instead of putting pressure on to make the bike go on the pedals to make it go to a certain speed, in that mode it basically goes up to the speed that you've set it on. So if you set it on number 5, as soon as you put the pedals down, it'll go up to the maximum speed. So you've got to be careful in that mode. So like I say, 2 different modes on this bike, and we'll just have a little look around. Like I say, the wheels, look at the wheels. We've got these Kenda tyres, 27-inch wheels I believe. Really, really nice. Here's another thing, we've got the headlight there. Can you see the headlight? If I hold the plus button down, the headlight comes on, and I just want to show you around the back. Have a look around the back. We've got these really nice tail lights. Look at those. Look at that. We've got 2, 1 on either side. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? And there's even a brake light as well. So if I pull the brake, look, can you see? We've got brake light as well. The brake light. Can you see that? 1 on either side. Isn't that great? And as you can see, if you look here, we've got the Shimano 8-speed derailleur there. An oil-free chain, by the way. Yeah, oil-free. You don't need to put oil on these chains from what I've heard. We've got the gear selector here. That's gear down. As you can see, it goes up to 8 there. Gear up, you pull that there. Hydraulic brakes, that's the front brake, because this is a UK spec one. Sometimes you get them with the brakes on the wrong side, but this is for the UK. That's the rear brake, of course. Obviously the suspension as well there. So we've got the front suspension, which you can adjust, and you can also lock out there using that there. So there you go. Now we've had a little look at the bike, it's time to give it a bit of a try. And because it's an off-road bike, it'd be a bit of a shame not to ride it off the road. I'll find somewhere round here where we can ride it off-road, and then after that I might take it on some of these streets around here and we'll get to see the posher side of Blackpool. Okay, so I'm now on the bike, and I'm on a bit of a tarmac path at the moment, but I've just turned it on and it's in the standard mode, torque mode, and I've got it on setting number 3, and we're going to get going now. So let's head along here and hopefully we'll find a bit of an off-road track somewhere up here. So setting number 3 takes us to about 10 miles an hour. I'm going to head round here now. Can you hear the motor? Yeah, it's actually fairly quiet, the motor. So we're setting number 3 and we're doing about 12 miles an hour at the moment. I like to cruise along at that speed actually, you know, but we'll put it up a little bit. Now just up here somewhere there should be some tracks where we can try it off-road. I'll get off this bit of a tarmac path. You might be able to hear that we've gone up a bit. I'm going to go up a gear. I mean, I started off in, I think I was in 5th there. So I've just gone up to, now in 6th gear. So like I said, it's got 8 gears. And we're on a bit of a, we're actually on a bit of a gravel path now. So this is just what this bike is made for. So we'll head up here. I'm just trying to avoid all these people. There's a lot of dog walkers and that round here. Like I say, we're just by the Blackpool Zoo. We're not far away. You can hear the animals in the zoo from here. Yep. So we're heading along this gravel path I'm just cruising at the moment. We're actually doing about 14 miles an hour there. Like I say, it gives you assistance up to 15.5 miles an hour, which is not a lot really compared to the USA, and they have a much higher speed limit on these bikes in the USA. I think they can do 25, and they have much more powerful motors. We're only limited to a 250 watt motor here in the UK, which is a little bit underpowered, but that's just the way things are. But I'm heading down this little side path here. I'll tell you what we'll do, shall we? Let's see what's in here, shall we? I think this might take us to... I don't think I've ever been down here before. It feels like I'm in the middle of the country now, and I'm in Blackpool. It's amazing. Look at this, folks. Now then, I think we're just by the side of the hotel. Oh, I nearly went then. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I nearly went. I went over. There was like a board, a wooden board, and the wheel seemed to get caught in the board, and it made me slide along. So I almost went there, folks. Oh, that would have been a disaster, wouldn't it, folks? But we're off-road now on the Cyrusher Flex. I'm really going off-road here. I've never been down here before, but it's actually quite fun riding this bike around here, and I'm discovering a part of this this area that I've never seen before. The sun is getting low now. Now, I do want to have a little go of it on the streets as well, but I'll probably do that tomorrow when it's a bit brighter. The sun's getting a bit low now, but we're having a good ride around here. I'm in setting number 5. I've got the gears. The gears are in. I think I'm in gear number 6 at the moment. What I want to do is get onto a straight, if I can, and see how fast we can go, shall we? Right, okay, so I've come back to this gravel path again, and I'm going to put the speed up to number 5, the maximum setting, and it's in torque mode, so we're in the default mode. Let's see how quickly we can get up to the maximum speed of 15.5 miles an hour. Oh, not very long. I'm now doing 15.5. Remember, the motor cuts out after that speed, so you're on your own. But as soon as it goes back down to that speed, the motor cuts back in again. So that was how we did on torque mode. I'll just turn around now. By the way, that leads to the Martinmere caravan site over there, and you can ride around the lake. So that's a nice ride, but we're going to ride back this way now. So this time I'm going to press the power button 3 times, and this time I see the symbol come on. It's a bit like a cruise control symbol. So we'll try this and see how different this mode is now. This is the cadence mode, or the cadence mode. So let's see how this goes now, shall we? And yeah, you don't need to put as much effort into it in this mode. You just turn the pedal and it just goes. Whereas in the torque mode, you have to sort of press, you have to apply a bit of pressure to get the speed up. Whereas in this mode, all you've got to do is just turn the pedal, and it just takes you right up to whatever speed you've set it on. So I've got it on number 5, and it's going all the way up to the maximum speed of 15.5 miles an hour. I'm really motoring now. That was really fun, that, and I think I'll be doing that again pretty soon on this bike, the Cyrusher Flex. That was a little ride off the road. I think now it's time to have a little ride around the streets, and we'll see how it performs on the streets. Okay, so it's now the next day, and I'm here in Stanley Park again. Just look at this weather. Isn't it amazing? The sun is beaming down on me. There's the Cyrusher Flex there. I want to do something a bit different now. I want to see how it performs on the road. So we're going to be taking it on a bit of a ride around the streets in the Stanley Park area. Very swanky. So we'll see how it performs on the streets. There are some hills as well, so we'll try it out on the hills. So let's head out to Stanley Park and we'll try the Cyrusher Flex on the streets of Blackpool. Let's see how it performs. Okay, here we go. We're starting off here in Stanley Park, of course. And we're only going to look forward In this section of the video, you're not going to be looking at me, so we'll get a little look at Blackpool, the posh areas of Blackpool here around Stanley Park, while we give this Cyrusher Flex a test. I'm in a medium gear, speed setting number 3. We're heading out of the main gates. There are some hills around this part of Blackpool, so we'll give it a try on the hill, shall we? We'll get round this roundabout. I'm going to turn right. Very busy roundabout this. Setting number 3, we're doing 13 miles an hour. I'm going to head up this way. There's a hill up here. So let's see how it gets up this hill. I'm going to knock it down a bit into a lower gear. We'll go down to gear number 2. This is North Park Drive. And I'm not doing too bad. I'm pedalling like mad at the moment. I'll just put the setting up a little bit. Maybe I don't need to have it in such a low gear, but gear number 2. I'll go up to gear number 3. Setting number 4. So we're just coming up now to the northern end of Stanley Park. I'm going to turn right here. I'm going to go up a few gears. Up to 6. Setting number 4. We're going to come down a bit of a hill. 14.5 miles an hour. So very close to the cut-off. 15. Just about on the limit now. 15.5 coming down this hill. Setting number 4. And we're about to go up another hill now. This is quite a gradient, this one. I'm going to put it up to 5. And I'm in gear 6. So we're now making our way up this other gradient. Some very swanky houses here. Detached properties. North Park Drive. You'll notice there's a lot of cars on the right hand side. Those cars are the NHS workers at Victoria Hospital. There's not enough car parking space, or they charge the people that work there to park. It's terrible, that, isn't it? Charging the workers to park. So they all park along here, the ones that can get in. Anyway, we're coming back down now. So I'm freewheeling. Coming down the hill, still in 6. I tend to leave it in a certain gear if I can. I don't like to switch up and down gears. Let's have a look down here, shall we? Albion Avenue. Again, it's quite posh. Lots of doctors and consultants will live around here because we are in the area of the hospital. You know, sometimes I know it's a bit cheeky, but sometimes I do just swerve onto the pavement just to help the traffic flow a little bit, if it's safe to do so. I'm going to head up here now. Newton Drive. Oh, we've got a temporary traffic light. Okay, here we go. I didn't cheat there. I could have cheated, couldn't I? So, setting number 5, gear 6, going up a hill again. This is Newton Drive. Top speed now, 15.5 with assistance. I'm using torque mode, by the way, not the cadence setting. I'm just using the torque mode. I think this is the one that I would use. I don't think that I would bother with the other one. Some people might do, but it's there if you want it. The other mode, the cruise control mode, where it takes you up to that top speed setting. Wow, that was motoring, wasn't it? That BMW there. So yeah, just going along nicely. I'm going to go down this road here, this little road here. Very tree lined, isn't it, round here? Yeah. I'm going to go up to the top gear. So we're now in gear number 8. And my feet aren't, they're not going around like the clappers now, but we're going okay. We're on a straight. I'm in number 5, speed setting, and it's taken us along nicely. So yeah, nice little ride around some of the leafy streets of Blackpool. Just coming back now to North Park Drive, almost where I started. Back to the park again. Going back up the hill now. Gear number 6. No problem at all getting up here. Just got to keep the pedals turning. And that's the advantage of an e-bike. You can get up the hills with ease, ride into the wind with ease, because that motor will help you along. So there you go. Let's have a little nosy in here, shall we, with the golf club here. So this is Stanley Park Golf Club. Yeah. There you go. So there you go, that was a little ride around the leafy streets of Blackpool on the Cyrusher Flex. It's good off the road and on the road. And we'll finish off with a view of Blackpool Tower. Look at that, Blackpool Tower over there. Wow. So there you go, that was my review of the Cyrusher Flex e-bike, mountain bike. I forgot to mention as well, there's no mudguards on it. Mudguards are an option, but to be quite honest, I don't think that this bike needs mudguards, does it really? It's a mountain bike and they probably look better without them. So yeah, so what do you think? I have absolutely enjoyed riding this bike, especially off-road. Yeah, I loved riding it off the road. Yeah, so, and it's a really nice looking bike as well, and it performed just as well on the road as what it did off the road. So there you go, the Cyrusher Flex. So like I said, the price of this bike is £14.99, and you can, if you click the link in the description, you can get £80 off that price if you click on the link. So there you go, the Cyrusher Flex mountain e-bike, absolutely amazing. I can't wait to get riding it again, to get riding it off-road. It was absolutely awesome. I really should do more of that because it was fun. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you like it. If you like the video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one.